Today we're going to be looking at Microsoft PowerPoint and how you're going to be using it in your classroom. To open up Microsoft PowerPoint, you're first going to open up the shortcut on your desktop by double-clicking on it. You can also find it in the Start menu or under Microsoft Office. Review with the students first how to save their projects, and again, the first time they save, they're going to have to go up and Save As. They want to save as to the H drive under their name so that it's not erased and that they can always find it. After they save as the first time, they can save it from then on, and it will always save back to the original save place in the H drive. When you open up Microsoft PowerPoint, there's going to already be a slide that's created for them. It's the first title slide. And here this is a slide they can use to introduce their projects. They can change the layout if they don't like it by just going up in the Home tab to Layout. And they can choose different layouts by clicking on them. And it changes the look. So they can go ahead and choose what layout they like the best. And I'm going to go ahead and just stick with the title slide that they originally give you. To add in text, the next most important thing, all you need to do is click in the pre-made text boxes. By clicking, you'll notice that my text box is going to delete these words here and allow me to type. I can change my font and the size, the alignment, the color, all by using these buttons up here in the Home ribbon. Okay, so I can go ahead and change my font size. I can change the look of the font. I can go ahead and change the color of my font. I can change the alignment of where it is by just using these buttons up here. I'm going to go ahead and type something so you can see how it's nice and easy just to type in words. Again, here another text box is already created for us, and I can go ahead and type more information. So the students can very easily add information into their slides by just clicking on the pre-made text boxes. If they want to add in more text, they can also insert text boxes themselves. This can be found in the Insert tab at the top. They can go ahead and insert a text box if they'd like to, and they can go ahead and insert clip art and pictures as well. I'm going to show you how to insert clip art because that's also another important part of this PowerPoint project. So again, we're in the Insert tab. I'm going to go ahead and click on clip art, and you'll notice that the clip art bar moves here onto the side, this column here, and we can go ahead and search for something. I'm going to go ahead and search for teacher. And it's going to bring up a number of different files that I can go ahead and add into my project. To add clip art, you can either double click on the picture or you can drag and drop a picture into your project. I'm going to go ahead and just double click on one of these, and you'll see it pops right into my project. These are already formatted, so all you need to do is click on them and they can move them around. You can make them larger, you can make them smaller. So you don't actually need to format anything. It's very easy to use clip art in PowerPoint. So now I've created my title slide, and I need to add some more slides to add more information into my project. Your students are going to have a number of different slides, and they can add them by going back to this Home tab, and you'll notice here, this Slides ribbon, that they can add new slides, they can change the layout, they can reset it back to a clear slide, and they can delete it by using these buttons here. We're going to want to add a new slide, and we can choose the layout that we add by clicking here in the bottom right hand corner. There's a little arrow. And say I want my second slide to look like this. I'm going to go ahead and just add a new slide in. Okay, Mrs. Jerkin is a mom. And in this bottom text box or picture box, I can add in any number of things. I can add words, and I can add pictures, I can add charts, I can add any number of different designs to this slide. Again, just to review, I'm going to add a picture down here. So I'm going to click on my text box and add another picture. So I'm going to go over to clip art, and I'm going to type in the word mom and find out what happens. And let's just add this great picture of this cat here. I'm going to click on it, and it's going to be added straight into my slide. And again, I can manipulate it, making it larger, I can make it smaller. and that's had to create a second slide. You can create a number of different slides by the Home tab and just continue to add new slides as you go. They can add them all at once. If they want to think about the best way to lay out their slides before they add them, that might be helpful so they won't need to change anything. But again, by just adding new slides, they can continue to add new slides one after the other. They can work back to old slides by just clicking on them. So if I want to work back on my title slide, I go to my column of slides here and I click on it and it moves me back to my other slide. You can also use the arrows to go from one slide to the other, but I'm just going to be clicking on these. And let's just add one, finish up the slide so then we can look at how to view the slideshow. Mrs. Jerkin is great. And we're going to go ahead and maybe add some more pictures here. Here we go. Some fun. I like candy. Oops. And I love balloons. I'm going to add in a picture of balloons. And there we go. There's my third slide. And I can go ahead and view my slides by going up to Slideshow and start from the beginning. It will show my project. So by clicking on here, it will bring from the beginning to the end. By pressing spacebar, I can go between my slides. And then I'm finished here. Now, after your students have added all of their information, all of their pictures that they want to add, then they can go ahead and really work on the aesthetic view of their slideshow. And they can do this a number of different ways. They can go ahead and go up to this Design tab, and it brings a number of different themes. Maybe they want the background of their slides to look different. I like water, so I'm going to go ahead and add this design theme. And you notice now all my slides have a water theme to them. Maybe I really like chocolate, so I'm going to click on this chocolate color. And again, all my slides have changed to match this theme up here. So that's something that they can add into their slideshow. Something else the students can add into their projects is animation. And animation can be used in a number of different ways, but the most common way to add animation is between slides. So it's very cool to add transitions between slides. So by picking one of these buttons up here, it will show how the slide is going to come into view. So if I want this one to come in with this neat kind of confetti look, I'm going to go ahead and select that. How about this one? I want it to come in kind of black and then open up. And this one, maybe I want it to slide in from top to bottom. So now we added in some animations by just clicking on the buttons at the top. And now when I go up to Slideshow and view my slideshow, you'll notice transitions have been added in. So that's another neat way for students to make their slideshows just more powerful, more individual. You can add in transitions. If you want sound to happen in between the slides, you can go ahead and add in these neat sounds here. So for that slide, I have a little chime added. I can add some sound on this one. It's going to breeze. This one here, we're going to go ahead and add in some wind. And then finally, we're going to add in some speed here. We're going to make a medium just so that it doesn't go too fast. And then the very last thing we want is that our slideshow can move by itself so that I don't need to keep moving it. I can automatically move my slides by using this button over here. And maybe I want it to take 4 seconds between each slide. So I set it on an automatic timer. And now my slides here, I have to do that for each slide, will move automatically. They'll have some transitions in between them, and they'll also have a neat sound added to them. So let's watch what we just did. And now my slideshow is done. Now those are animations, and that again is probably the most important part of the project, just because the students need to make sure that they get all the information in there. They need to make sure that it's grammatically correct and it's written the way that you want it to appear, as well as having some pictures in there to make it aesthetically pleasing. But again, for the student that works quickly, is familiar with PowerPoint, having them add in animations might make their project a little bit more individualized. I hope that helps you understand the main points of PowerPoint and makes teaching PowerPoint to your students a bit easier.